I come from a really tight-knit family. We're all really, really close. We've been that way since I was a baby.
Your parents still together?
Yep.
My parents are together.
Okay.
They're married still.
My parents were together for most of my life, and then when I was 15, they got divorced.
Well, my dad died when I was 10. So my mom was a single mom for a while, and then she remarried. So I have a stepdad on the whole other side of the family. My family was really close on my dad's side, but now not so much anymore.
My family's divorced.
So close with my family, or I was just brought up that way. I'm like more of a caring person, or I'm like all about family value, and just think everyone should be close.
I definitely think it's been beneficial to becoming who I am because I get the best of both worlds, and that my mom brings certain things to the table and my dad brings other things.
I would say that the household was very awkward and there wasn't a lot of communication, and I guess that led me to hold back my feelings like they were.
Well, I think that, having to experience a loss like that, puts a tremendous amount of stress on you and your family. And I think in that sense, I had to grow up a lot quicker than I would have otherwise. I have a little sister who is 7 years younger than me. And I had to look after her, when my dad was sick. My mom was really busy taking care of him. So, yeah, I think I had to mature in a lot of ways more quickly.
Well, it happened probably 12 years ago now, so I guess freshman year in high school. And it was really tough because, a lot's going on your freshman year of high school, everybody knows that. And it was just that much more, but I thought it was kind of normal. And then I really started interacting with other people and realized that some people are still together, and it's just I just felt like it was a lot to remember, really overwhelming. What bus do you take, what day, and if you get my dad lives way out of town, and my mom lives right in town. So let's say it's my dad's day, I go to my mom's house. It's a huge process, and then it's the whole tell your dad I said this, or tell your mom I said this, and it's just overwhelming at times, especially at a young age.
I think one thing is when I was my childhood, my parents let me be a kid. They used to not necessarily hide family issues from me, but they just didn't involve me in them. So I feel that helped. And around the age of 12, they started telling me things, and that's when. But I was able to be a kid.
I guess it's positive because now I get to spend happy time with both sides instead of awkward and confusing time with them together.
Being, like I said, being able to see both sides of the spectrum, which I think is super important, because you can't want to do something without knowing the opposite effect. My goal is to be successful like my father, because I don't want to be like my mother, and 3 days of the week I would be living that world, 3 days of the week I'll be in this one, the other 3 or 4 I'd be in the other one. So it's kind of cool, because I got to see everything.
I don't really look at anything in life as being a negative situation. I'm an art major now, so I've really kind of turned everything into a means of expression. So I don't know, I think that it's definitely made me a stronger person. I know how to deal with my emotions, and I know how to talk about them. So I think in a lot of ways it's been a good thing, although obviously I wouldn't trade my dad for anything.
My family's influence on me? Well, my mother's always been there to kind of keep me in line and kind of slap me around a little bit when I'm messing up on my work and that kind of stuff. And my dad's been kind of the more funny, carefree kind of person, and I got more of him than my mom, but I'm learning that now.
And the biggest thing about my parents being divorced is that I look up, I idolize my father. He's I'm going to school to be a doctor. He's a doctor. I just really like how what he did for himself. He really made his worked his way through college, worked his way up through grad school, med school, and so that's one side of the spectrum. The other side of the spectrum is my mom, who's kind of a little dependent on my dad, and now she's like trying to like make it, and like maybe not as well as my father, but it's also because like she was just thrown out there. So like I think it allows me to see like both ends of the spectrum and really take from it what I want, like the goods of each.
Yeah, I guess I have 3 older sisters, so it's a very womanly household.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I lived with my grandpa until he passed, so I guess that's
So
one thing.
everybody was.
I don't know if this is unique, but I think my parents' success in their business has become because of them being together. Whereas I think by themselves, my mom wouldn't have the knowledge that my dad has about it, and my dad wouldn't have the organization to get the business going as well. So
Right. So a team effort.
team effort.
I don't know if it's unique, but both my parents still communicate about me, my sister. They're really civil towards each other, and I think that's really helpful for growing up and like feeling loved by both parents and things like that.
I guess my family has a resilience that I don't see in a lot of other people, like, and I guess that's definitely reflected in who I've become as a person. But we're very close, my immediate family, and we just have the ability to recover from losing people and things, and I guess it's just that internal strength that we have that has really helped me to succeed, even though I've had to face a lot of hard things growing up.
I think my family's cool because like we're like full Greek, so it's a lot of fun, and like they think of Greek as like huge big families, but then at the same time like we're cut in half now, so it's just like it's still big, but half of a big is still big.
Yeah.
So it's still fun, and I love it. I love my family.